If you don't know by now, connections is the new money. It is really the new currency. So if you're looking for ways to build long-lasting connections, then this is definitely the video for you. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are in your career and you're looking for tips on how to build connections, make sure you watch this video today as we're giving out all our tips and tricks on how we build long-lasting connections that can help you along your path to becoming an entrepreneur. Hey guys, welcome back to Girl Take Note. I am Shaunie Sanders, your host of Girl Take Note podcast. And today we're exploring a crucial skill for any entrepreneur or career-driven woman. We're talking about connecting and building long-lasting relationships. So whether you're networking, collaborating, or you're just starting out, I want you to know that this episode is going to be packed with tips just for you. So let's go ahead and let's dive into the first one, which is the importance of professional relationships. Let's start with the why. Professional relationships are the backbone of anybody's business or your career. They open doors to opportunities, provide support, and enhance your learning. So it's not just about who you know, but how well you know them and the quality of these connections. That's what you want to make sure you know. You want to know the quality of your connections because quality connections lead you to your greatest potential and your best business journey. Now, making the first connection. Now, this can be very daunting, but it's all about making that initial step, which I know is scary for a lot of people. We are afraid just to take the step. But here are a few ways you can do that. You can attend industry events. You can join online forums. You can even reach out to someone directly via LinkedIn. Let's not underestimate the power of connections on LinkedIn, because that's truly what LinkedIn is all about, connecting and making professional relationships. And remember, a genuine interest is another person is key. Do you understand? A genuine interest in another person is such a valuable thing, because when people know that you genuinely want to get to know them, that's when they become open to you and receptive to your invitation of getting to know them. So you want to ask about their experiences and you want to share yours, because that's how you make that first step in connecting and have a genuine connection. It's all about shared experiences. It's all about identifying who they are and what they bring to the table, right? What accomplishment they made. Because once you identify who that person is that you want to connect with, then you know that they're going to be able to really help you along your career or either in your business. So the power of connection and collaborating helps the career girl and also my boss girls who are entrepreneurs. But let's talk about now how you foster those genuine connections, because this is the key. The question is, but how do you turn a connection into a meaningful connection? And it's all about follow-up and genuine interest. Remember, we just talked about being genuinely interested in someone. Don't just hit someone with a message on LinkedIn or an email or a message through Instagram and just say, hey, I see you doing a lot. I know you can really help me. Can we connect? No, you want to make it more personal. You want to have a genuine interest in this person, because you think about the people that you want to network with and the people that you want to collaborate with are some people that, will you actually go and sit down and have coffee with this person? Is this somebody you can see yourself kind of hanging out with, getting to know more? Right? Would you want them to know you more? Would you allow them to come in your personal space? So that's what we mean by creating a meaningful relationship and a genuine interest in someone. It's not just about saying, hey, I see you do well at this. I know this person can help me. Let me reach out. No, it's about really saying like, man, this is like somebody that I really can connect with, that also has great potential to introduce me or open me up to new opportunities and new people and new experiences. That's what it's about. And then you want to make sure you send that person like a genuine message. Like after you meet someone, you want to send them a personalized message. You want them to know how much you enjoyed that conversation. You want to mention something you discuss and express your interest and staying in touch. So what I do on my podcast, every time I interview someone, I always let them know how I want to stay in touch, because I made a genuine connection with them. And I can tell you this is no lie. I make genuine connections with everybody who comes on my podcast. because these entrepreneurs that I interview on this podcast is absolutely amazing. They have so much value to add to my life because where they are in their business already, things they've already experienced, and now they're in a place of generating great income. So that's how I make my connections, is I send them up, follow them with emails. I let them know I want to stay in touch with them. And then I try my best to try to follow up with them throughout the time between the interview and the next time we get in contact with each other. That's a genuine connection. And that's not me asking them for something. That's just me identifying who they are, what they've done for me in my podcast, and what value they added to me. And then that's how we begin to build a connection. It's a genuine connection, and that's how you want to do it. So don't be afraid to ask. Please ask. But make sure you're asking in a way where they understand that you're genuinely asking them because you really are truly interested in who they are and what they do. And you want to be able to add value to the relationship, because relationships are a two-way street. Think about how you can add value, share resources. You can introduce them to others in your network or offer them your expertise. It's not about keeping score, but about creating a mutual beneficial relationship. And I want you to remember this part, because I know you're probably sitting there thinking, well, they know more than me, so I'm trying to really get them to help me, when really you might have some things that can help them. Believe it or not. They might be a little further than you, but you might have something that you can offer them as well. And that is what uniquely just makes you who you are. That's how you get a meaningful relationship. You might know someone that can connect with them really well and see them working well together. So don't underestimate what you bring to the table, although you're reaching out to someone who you feel like is a little bit above or a little bit further than where you are or where you want to be in your business or your career. So don't be afraid to know that you have a lot to offer too. You have a lot to offer. You have nothing to prove, but everything to share. So you might not know what you give them will be beneficial to them just because they're at a certain level that you're trying to get to. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about creating that relationship and making sure that it lasts. And now let's talk about how you maintain that relationship. Because maintaining these relationships is crucial. It's not just about reaching out, fostering them, right? Creating, making them last. It's about maintaining the relationship. And the way you do that is with regular check-ins. You celebrate their success, and being there doing challenges help strengthen the bond too. So it's not about a constant communication, but meaningful interactions that count. And I like that piece of it. Like when I did my research, I really liked the fact that it said meaningful interactions that count. Because we all know the people who have been there for us during our hardest time. Those people we will never forget, because we know those people are really there for us, because those were meaningful interactions that they gave us. And we really needed it during that time. So that's the same thing you want to do when it comes to building these meaningful connections. You want to strengthen your bond. You want to make sure that you celebrate their wins, that you recognize when they're going through challenges and see how you can be there for them. You want to check in just to see, hey, how you doing? You was thinking about you. You were on my mind, and I thought about you, and here's something I think you would enjoy. Little things like that. It could be a personal quote. Right? It could be something you read and you just decided to share with them because you felt like it meant so much to you that I want to share with you now. It's just those little things mean stuff to people. It's not always about the big things that you can do. It's about the meaningful things that you can do. Those are the things that count to people. Those are things that really count. Now, a quick note on networking etiquette. You want to be respectful of another person's time. You want to be authentic and always express your gratitude. That is just etiquette, right? That's just out the bat. That's how you want to be. That's how you want to show up. And remember, it's okay to say no when you can't help. Just be honest and polite about it. That's all you have to do. But you want to express your gratitude. You want to be respectful. You don't want to become a person that harasses someone all the time, or consistently just coming at them for something because you only need them for something, or that person that only reaches out when you need something, versus someone that just kind of checks in and celebrates and say, hey, great job, and I know you're doing well. You want to be that kind of person. That's what builds a meaningful relationship, is when you can check in with someone, when you can be respectful of their time, when you can express gratitude, when you're not just looking for something that you can get from them, but actually looking at this is as a two-way relationship. How can I serve them versus them just serving me? How can I give them something that they might want or that they might need? Maybe they don't even know they need it. but you still are able to person who's give it to them. I can tell you guys a quick story how I did an interview, my last job that I had, and I did an interview with my boss who I was going to be working with directly. He is the director over e-commerce, and I did an interview with him, and I was just myself in his interview, authentically myself, because at that time I kind of felt like, I have a job, so if I get this job, great. If I don't, who cares, right? That was my mindset. But when I show up to an interview, I always show up as my authentic self. I always want to make a good impression, but I'm just being myself too. I'm not overly doing anything. I'm not overly trying to convince you that I'm the one, because I feel like everything I said in my skills and my resume really speaks highly for me. But at the same time, I'm showing up as who I am. I'm giving you my full personality. And once I got off the phone with him, the recruiter called me within a few minutes after I got off the phone with him and said, "Oh my God, Shaunie, he was having such a bad day, and speaking to you made him so happy. It turned his entire day around." And I was so shocked, because I was like, wow, I didn't even know I did that. I was really just being me. I wasn't trying to be anyone else but me. I wasn't trying to be overly friendly, right? I wasn't trying to be nobody. I was just being myself, because I was excited about what I was talking about, and I knew what I was talking about, and I was passionate about it. And because of that, it made him so happy. And although I'm not at that job anymore, he's still a really good connection of mine, because me and him made an actually genuine connection, and I fostered that relationship. I fostered that connection, because that's what we have to do. That's all you have to do. You just show up as yourself, be authentically who you are, and people will gravitate towards that. You don't have to convince no one of anything. So I just wanted to share that story real quick, because I think it's important for us to know that we never know how we're going to affect someone else. So we always want to be very aware of how we're showing up, especially when it comes to networking and collaboration, reaching out to someone for networking up to build a genuine connection, a lasting connection. So building lasting professional relationships is a journey. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes genuine interest. So if it's something you really want to do, just remember that. It's not a short fix. It's not like, oh my God, we connected, now we're good. No, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes genuine interest. So go out there and connect. Build your network. The possibilities are endless. Trust me. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what opportunities lie when you actually reach out. When you take that first step and actually reach out. Don't be afraid. It's okay if you get rejected. It's okay if they don't respond back. You move on to the next person. That's all you have to do. So guys, thank you so much for joining us right here on Girl Take Note. I want you to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share your networking experience in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. I don't want it to end. I want to know what your experiences are. I want to know what are some of your networking techniques that you use? How do you reach out to people? And how did this episode make you feel? Did you get what you needed to get out of it? If not, tell me how I can make it better, and I'll come back with another video. So I'm Shaunie Sanders. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Remember to keep thriving.